Blended learning equals customized learning. We're gonna tell you a little bit about that in 1 second, but first.
We got a free masterclass for you. It's linked right below this video, and we know that if you're here, you probably want to create an amazing e-learning program or an amazing blended learning program. If you do, we got the steps. They're in the masterclass, link below.
Wait till we're done before you go visit that, or you're gonna miss something vital.
Exactly.
But to get into the topic real quick, blended learning, and what is it?
So what is it? It is the combination of brick and mortar
Yes.
and online or technology.
Technology. Technology infused and driven spaces. Why is it important? That's the question. Everybody learns different. The only way to really dive into people's learning styles and differences is through customized learning experiences and opportunities for them. Blended learning gives the best opportunity for that to take place.
And one of the biggest challenges in society, this is what we talked about before we got up here, is that learning just isn't about the learner a lot of times. Like adults have a responsibility to make sure the learner is learning. So one of the biggest challenges in education is that learners don't get what they need, right? That's why customized learning and blended learning is so important. That is the why. You want to dig into that a little deeper for me?
Yeah, for sure. And let's think about it. Most of our traditionally trained educators do an amazing job at what they're asked to do, which is almost an impossible job.
Oh yeah.
Teach to the middle.
It is hard.
Teach to the middle of 30 people, basically. Let me get somewhere in the bell curve where everybody's going to get at least a little bit of something. But is that really preparing people for the next step? It's really not. Which gets us to the why around why blended learning is so important. At the end of the day, it is our job as the people that are in front of or responsible for a child's education and their attainment of that education. It's our job to make sure that they get what they need for their unique situation, because every child is given talents uniquely prescribed by their creator, and we need to figure out what those are, help them see what those are, and more importantly, help them exercise those things. The only way to do that is to get to a certain level of customization in the space. And the only way you can do that is with blended and technology, which is why we're here with eLearning Partners.
Yeah, and that's really the key. We tell people when you're looking at creating an education program, it could be at your company, could be at your school. When you take the best parts of brick and mortar or in-person learning and you combine it with the best parts of technology, like infusing technology or online learning in that.
The ability to customize things.
Yeah, you literally get rid of everything that sucks. and you actually speak to the learner. What one of our good friends, Randy, always says, we gotta meet the learner where they're at.
Actually, that's me.
Or that's you.
But it's okay, I love Randy, that's my brother. But no, we gotta meet people where they're at. Blended learning gives us the opportunity to do that through customization and really just tailoring an educational learning experience for somebody where they are. That almost guarantees that there's some level of attainment.
So let's dig into how this looks. So blended learning, how does it look like? What's a good example of blended learning?
I've been a part of different projects where, a high school, for instance, is looking to broaden their ability to meet students where they are. The large kind of teaching to the middle was working for most of the school, but it wasn't working for all of the school. They had a school within a school that was literally a blended learning, customized, self-paced, mastery-based learning experience for a large section of the school. Graduation rates went up 20% because now students that looked like they were doomed for not passing, dropping out, now had something that fit them, met them where they were at, and they ended up, graduating, getting that diploma, being able to check that box and say they completed something, which is important.
So how much have you seen the success and graduation rates increase? Let's say that number again.
20%. So there was a school that had...
That's huge.
Great, it is. There was a school that had about a 55 to 60% graduation rate historically before the adoption of this program. And next thing you know, they were graduating upwards of 80% of their students year in and year out. There's a lot of variables in there. There could be a lot of outliers in that data, but ultimately from a macro perspective and looking down at it, that's a value, that's a plus, that's a value.
I mean, that's 25 more kids for every 100 that are going through this.
For sure. And you're talking about confidence. Confidence in anything begets confidence in anything. So if I got confidence in one thing, it's probably going to turn into confidence in whatever else I want to think about, because I know I can. I've got an ability to say I can. I've got somebodiness about myself, as Dr. King would have put it. But that is exemplified in these numbers. You've got, to your point, 25 more students than what were graduating before that have the ability to say I can. What's that translate to for them in their life, in their adult life?
And we actually have another video about the 3 major pieces that are missing in most curriculums.
Yeah, food, water, energy, and the education that undergirds those 3 things for people to apply into their lives if they need to or want to.
So go check that out. Check out our free masterclass. And what else should they do, Daniel?
Like and subscribe at the bottom. eLearning partners, great guys, Johnny and Hector, really helping forge a new way of understanding what learning is about and creating that muscle for the rest of your life.
We'll see you there.